Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back with part 79 of our Ecco the Dolphin Defender of the Future Let's Play. What you heard was the anguished laugh of Connor that, oh my god, we've been here that long.
Yes, there isn't really a funny quip to go with the number 79, so...
No.
Apart from memories of, what is associated with 79? Oh, wow.
Oh, I know. Gundam.
Oh yeah, Gundam. How could I forget? Gundam.
Is often called Gundam 79 by
yes.
the fans, so yeah.
Yes, as that was when Amuro Ray helped a ship for the Federation out of a dicey situation for the longest time.
Yes.
And I'm getting pummeled by spiky rocks thanks to angry dolphins.
Yes, it's all a misunderstanding.
That it is.
We are friends, not foes.
Yes, dolphins. How come you don't see it as such?
I think we're only a little bit over halfway through the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be a long one.
Yes, ladies and gents, a very, very long adventure.
Yes.
And we've been working on it since last year?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever since we completed.
Times of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was an adventure and a half as well.
Yeah. So yeah, this will definitely be probably the first video we have, game we have that will surpass 100 parts.
Yeah. It's gonna be that long.
Yes. But to be transparent, we will take another break soon.
Yeah, we're kind of gonna have to.
Yes, in September we will be taking a break to play a different game. And more than likely the break will be a few months long because we do have some things planned, some games planned, and we don't know how long those will take yet. Probably just a few months, you know, and part of that is because in October we do our Nightmare Before Christmas gameplay, and we're hoping to finish Nightmare Before Christmas this month.
Yeah,
not this month,
year.
this year. This October is what I meant to say.
Correct.
So that we can, you know, play some other Halloween-themed or horror games.
Right.
Next year, but we'll see. Since that's usually the only game we play in October, we probably will be able to finish it.
Right.
Being stuck at parts didn't really help, but
no.
But
making progress helped, but
yes, I do feel like we made progress in that game. But,
arguably, we did make progress in the Nightmare Before Christmas on the PlayStation 2.
Yes, but then yes, we also have plans for Monday's slot in September and November.
Ooh, this would be a big help.
Yes, definitely. But we are in this for the long haul. We will.
Yes, we are in the long haul with Ecco Defender of the Future, and we also want to thank you, the fans.
Yes.
Because in a way, as sometimes painful and tedious, we do like the Ecco games, and the viewer support has actually helped us keep at this.
Yes. And I I do find it a very fascinating game. I am a little sad that there are control issues. Hail, Echo! By saving our leader, you've earned a place with the Resistance.
Superb. Superb.
Why couldn't you tell your friends?
Yeah,
stop
you
throwing
should have told them
rocks?
that because you don't know the half of the pain it took us to get here.
Echo, the leader told us all about you. Welcome to our secret place. Have you seen the sphere yet?
Sphere.
The sphere. One close of life energy is hidden in this place. Once found, this world will be changed forever.
Is it anything like the globe that we... What kind of globe could it be?
I wonder if it's related to the Guardian, who's this universe's asteroid. The sphere gives us a sense of purpose, a need to help others. The clan has a sphere too, but we don't know what that one does.
Huh. A little concerned.
Yeah.
A little one of those dolphin houses, but...
Yeah, almost. Like a little cave.
Yeah. Everything changes.
One globe of life energy. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I couldn't remember, sorry.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, we need some air.
We hope your summer is going well.
Yes, we definitely hope you guys are having a great summer because it's been a little wild and crazy at time of recording.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes.
I tried out a new job and it ended up being a bigger handful than I thought it would be. So
Yeah, I'm sorry that was the case.
that's okay. I'm just gonna hang in there for the rest of the month and then I guess I'll just move on.
Yeah.
Because of circumstances outside of my control, I wasn't really able to pursue my voice acting ventures. So I want to get back to that and really try to get that going again.
Yes. I hope you do too.
Thank you.
Because I know that's been something you've loved and cared about for many, many years.
Yes, but because everybody's doing it, it is pretty hard to get too much going on with it.
Right.
I want to believe that I will get that going.
I want to too.
Yes.
I
I think I will.
Yeah. I thought I found your but I forget the turn. Yeah, I was running low on air.
That's fine. I was watching, somebody did have clips of the Tides of Time prototype. So I was watching the Cyber Dolphin again.
Ah, I see.
I'm still sad that wasn't left in.
Yeah, it would have been an interesting thing.
It would have added a little more to the completely empty Vortex feature.
Right. Especially knowing that it would have put Echo on par similar to, like, how Sonic had Metal Sonic.
Exactly, and, you know, maybe they just decided it would be sadder to not have dolphins at all in that future, but I think it would have been interesting to have a couple of the cyber dolphins, because in the Vortex future, like, everything was becoming metallic and like, yeah, it still seemed organic, but it was also becoming like machinery.
Right.
Because that's kind of like what the Vortex seemed really into, like, you know, they build and improve upon the technologies. So, thinking of the fact that, like, they basically had forced the dolphins to do that as well would have been a very interesting situation.
Yeah, I wonder if this is
Yeah, it
the
seems
thing.
okay. Now what?
I'm scared.
And yeah, anyway, so I liked that. Come, there is a way you might get to the globe the clan has, sorry. Follow me closely. The way is not easy, and only I can help you get through. Oh dear.
Sure, what is...
Is this gonna be another... Are you sure you're Ecco the Dolphin?
Right, but aren't those the clan dolphins? They're spiky and red in color.
Well, I don't think that was the one who talked to you. I thought it
Right.
was the guy near you. I guess they're... Yeah, I guess they found the place and are attacking.
That's not good.
Yeah, because they probably want the globe that they have. So then they
Right.
have two of them.
It's like having two Triforces, isn't it?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we found out there were three.
Yeah. Yes, one that involves a very psychological journey for Link, which
Right.
might have been ahead of the time for a lot of
Yeah.
late 80s era gamers.
Well, it was called the Triforce, so having only two of them doesn't make much sense.
Correct. It doesn't.
It's not a Diforce, it's a Triforce.
That's true. Especially not a Biforce.
Unfortunately. That's the best kind,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
It's air.
Alright, I'm gonna have my snack, so if
Alright.
you hear crinkling, that is why.
It's sad that dolphin kind are divided and hating each other.
It is. And that some evolved to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Definitely a sad world.
Yeah. Not the best of futures.
Yeah.
Well, this is new for me. Ah, good. I love those things.
Yes. They're definitely helpful, that's for sure.
Yeah. Magma.
Oh wow. Undersea magma. Now that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, falling rocks. Falling stuff.
Not the best thing to encounter. Yeah. I know it's a real thing. There's Earth activity under the oceans.
Right, of course.
Where do I go from here?
I don't know. Wasn't somebody supposed to be leading this?
Yeah. Before we got ambushed.
Right.
Yeah. You are a lifesaver.
It is. Can't believe the next part will be the big 8-0.
Yes, 80 parts of this game.
It's been 80 parts.
And we're nowhere near completion. Yes.
Yup.
Yes, we've all been making that reference to the Titanic movie, haven't we? I think this is the path. Yeah.
Well, it kind of became relevant again with recent events.
Yeah, unfortunately it has.
Yeah.
Heck, even Moxie. Whoa! Jellyfish.
Yeah.
Has,
Moxie.
yeah, from that show that we like to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is...
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a puzzle. Okay, so... It's awfully... It's thin, making me a little claustrophobic.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I hope this isn't a case of we're supposed to follow him in a certain amount of time and then it reset or whatever.
I hope not either.
You watched some of the videos, so you know what to do, correct?
Some of it, yeah. I know that the... spacing was a challenge because where is Air Pockets?
Yeah, I don't think too many people played it. The people that did play it back in the day, it's kind of hard to come by some of their videos now.
Right. Unfortunately.
But yeah, it feels like a lot of video game reviewers kind of just rage quit at some point.
Right, and rage quitting doesn't really... it leaves too much open-ended, I feel.
Yeah. I know certain people that just rage quit and then they call it a bad game.
Yeah.
And it's like, well...
And I know a certain guy who used to rage quit, but then he seemed to have thought that that was a bad thing and not rage quit.
Oh?
Before he seemed to have fallen back on that habit. I think we all know who that is, but...
Yeah.
Oh well. More room for us to fill in the gaps. How do you get to that side?
Yes. After all, I have some games that I haven't seen in full because a family member who I was watching play games fits this category as well.
Oh.
Of rage quitting and saying, oh well, the game is bad, or the controls are bad.
Let's see. Oh, dang it, I'm stuck. Come on now, Echo.
Speaking of bad, it's really not bad controls in this case.
Right.
I think it's just, it's like a glitch that fell through the cracks.
Yes. In Ecco the Dolphin Defender of the Future's case.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was short-sighted. A dolphin who's half in the brook. It was a short-sighted...
Yeah. I honestly think that they should have just stuck with a 2D or 2.5D.
Yeah.
As we've seen, there are some levels that did the side-scroll or top-down view, and it looks so much better in it, and controls so much more nicely. So I almost feel like, as controversial as it may have been, they should have just made the game like that. And I think, I think the fans wouldn't have been so divided on Defender of the Future. I think, the fans who... It had a good amount of fans, but for those who were turned off by it, who liked the first two, probably would have liked Defender of the Future a lot more.
Yeah.
And, you could have just made the cutscenes in full 3D.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been a better transition. And then...
Yeah. Because as we both know from the PlayStation library, there was room for the old-fashioned 2D or hybrid games where you had the 2D games but with some 3D background stuff.
Right, and I think doing this in, 99 is when this came out?
Yeah.
I think doing it then, they would have been really kind of a trendsetter.
Right.
And I think this would have been a good compromise, and maybe if they had approached it this way in the beginning, maybe even Ed Annunziata would have stayed on. I don't know for sure, but it's possible. Because, his vision was to do another, a third game in the lineup.
Right.
And I think he would have... I got the impression, anyway, that he would have been more comfortable in a 2 or 2.5D.
Right, something that would have used that password that he had written for the second game. And
yeah, so if you got the password, congratulations, it doesn't do anything.
Yes, as we saw in our own playthrough, because we got the password.
Yeah. And it's not a case of the Banjo-Tooie swap and shop where a modder figured out how to do it. I don't think that can be done in this case because the game wasn't released.
Yeah.
But anyway, I do feel like Defender of the Future would have done better in the 2D or 2.5D format, and then perhaps that sequel that was canceled, that sequel could have been made more 3D, because by that point maybe they would have figured out the kinks.
Yeah.
And would have been able to make Echo work in a 3D environment better.
Did it have stuff to do with that everything had to be 3D? Was that...
I think so. And it's very fascinating to me when I watched somebody talk about the Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
And I was so pleasantly surprised that he brought this up. He did kind of do a bait and switch though, where he made it seem like he was going to talk about Sonic, but he didn't. He pointed out one of the major disappointments on the Sega Saturn was that there was no Echo title. And I was so happy to hear that.
Yes.
I mean...
You got very minimal Sonic stuff and no Echo.
Yeah. And I'm like, thank you. Somebody else pointed it out that there was no Echo game on the Sega Saturn. And I do think... I could be wrong, but I get the impression that Ed Annunziata wanted the third game to be on the Saturn. But I think the push to make that new console is what ruined that original third game. That and he did say Sega turned it down. And probably because of the Dreamcast. They're probably like, no, we want Echo on the Dreamcast, because the Dreamcast is what we're doing now.
No thanks to a certain somebody who hated the Saturn and demanded there be a new games console for Sega.
Oh yeah, this is completely America's fault. I'm sorry, but
yes.
Sega Saturn failing is also our fault. It's not just the individual in Sega's fault, though it started with that person. It is also the fault...
He accelerated it.
Yes, it's the fault of the market here. That it was not properly marketed to us in a way that we were going to enjoy it, so it flopped. And they're like,
right.
Okay, we have to go on to the next thing, quick. And the next thing flopped, too, because of being rushed. So... sometimes there's something to be said for taking your time and taking a little loss in the short term to have a big victory in the long run. Nintendo knows that.
Yes.
I kind of wish Sega had known that. Yeah.
That was the saddest thing in retrospect, because arguably Sega would have had a spot at the table with their game system.
And the Dreamcast was doing well in Japan.
Yeah.
But it failed here, and a lot of that was because we didn't get enough games for it over here. But I noticed that was a trend. I noticed, looking back at the library of what games were accepted, I feel like Sega of America could have brought over a lot more games than they did.
Oh yeah.
On the Genesis, on the CD, on the Saturn, and the Dreamcast. I think part of it was Sega of America was being too picky. Like, oh no, Americans won't want to play that. Nah, they won't want to play that. They won't want to play that. And it's like, why don't we give it a chance?
Yeah, that's a sensible question to ask.
So, I do kind of feel like that branch of Sega kind of shot themselves in the foot, so to speak.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed to say that, I don't know. We're almost at the end of the video anyways.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to say that at this point. Who knows? You never know what you're allowed to say and what you aren't anymore. Other than the obvious things. But we are actually almost out of time, so we will pick this up in the next part, and hopefully we'll figure out what we're doing by then.
Yes, and I think I went the wrong direction, and I'm being pushed from
so
where I need to be.
We will see you guys next time.
See you too, everyone.
Bye.